Another birth that really sticks through the mind is this mama who was told that in her last pregnancy that her baby was too large, the head is too large, you cannot try for birth, and she had to be undergo a C-section without even experiencing labor. So for 5 to 6 months of her current pregnancy, she is with a routine care provider, and then she finds out about us, she comes and searches, and the first day when we talk about what it is that she wants and what are the pros and cons of VBAC, because we are very, very open. Another thing about the midwifery model of care is we don't want to push natural just for the sake of being natural. Every woman and her partner has the right to know what are the pros, what are the cons. Everything in life has a risk. There is nothing called zero risk. When we say that cesarean has no risk, that is not a reality. When we say that natural birth has no risk, that's not a reality. When we say that every woman can have a VBAC, that's not a reality. So it's all somewhere in between, and birth, if anything, is a gray zone. What we do is the best we can under the given set of circumstances and give them all the information. So as we are talking about the pros and cons of VBAC, and as we are talking about how she is in great health and she has every chance to birth a baby naturally, she has tears pouring through her eyes and she tells me, this is what I've been looking for. I'm going to work really hard for this. So she's great, her health is perfect, she's walking, she goes past her due date, and she calls us and she says, what should I do? I said, you're doing everything great, don't worry about it. So the next day when she goes into labor, they come in and her husband says she walked 7 kilometers. 7 kilometers, and he literally says, I walked with her the first few, and then she said the only thing that she did not do was run. I will never forget that. But anyway, her body and her baby needed that to bring the baby down. And so in our practice, we don't do too many ultrasounds. We also know that ultrasounds can be way off for due dates and birth weights at the end of pregnancy. We measure, we feel, we see how the mom's doing, and usually those are pretty good indicators of what's going on. So we don't know what the weight of this baby is, and we really, honestly, if everything is going well, we don't care that much. The mom labors and labors and labors, and she has this, she's smiling between the contractions, and contraction comes, she labors hard. So it goes through a point where she gets to pretty intense, and then we are like, okay, the baby still has to descend a bit lower, and we are walking on the floor, we are squatting and walking, and then she starts to feel the pushing urge. And pushing is not going to be very easy either. Baby comes to a certain point, then rocks right back, comes to a certain point, rocks right back. Not once through the whole thing does she say, I want a C-section. Not once through the whole thing she says, what can you do something for me? She's saying, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And once she asked me, I'm going to do this, right, Vijaya? Yep, you're going to do it. So all through the process, as she labors and births, eventually her baby is born, 5 hours of pushing. And remember, she's a mama with a previous C-section. No, it's okay to push for 5 hours. Mom and baby are well. We have been monitoring. Out comes a baby, and this baby is 4.5 kgs. She can't believe it. By now, after 5 hours of pushing, we know that this baby is slightly on the larger side. But mom and baby are okay. Not a scratch on her. No episiotomy, no cut that is given to bring a baby out. And an hour later, she's walking and back to normal and posing with her baby and saying, I have done this by myself. To me, that embodies everything about birth. The body knows how to give birth. The mom has to be confident. She has to be supported. Her baby has to be monitored. And with a previous C-section, yes, we monitor a little bit more closely. But beyond that, again, the body that makes the baby knows how to bring it out.